Alright, Microbot Dude here, giving my special unboxing of my Android Stick TV DQ10 model TV stick straight from AliExpress in China. So this is supposed to do 8K support. We'll see about that. LEMFO, whatever that means. Maybe that's the manufacturer of it. And then, of course, on the bottom, it's supposed to support all these things, you know, Netflix, Voodoo, YouTube, video. Oh, look at that one there. I think that one was on the news lately. If you look that one up, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say much about it. But, yeah, that's all over the news. And then Showtime will support all these apps. But this one here, yeah, I didn't even see that till just now. So it's supposed to be an Android stick to modify all your different activities of watching TV. So see a 3-step setup there, HDMI, blah, 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 connect, and then starts streaming, blah, 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 8K, that's funny. And then in the back, this is a nice 4K 32 gigabyte version. So it's like 24 bucks for this thing. And of course, the box coming all the way from China got smashed in the process. Hopefully it still works. I haven't even tested it, but it's all smashed. What else has got here? Basically, it's coming from actually where it's from the manufacturer Sheng Hen Zeng Wang Ward, whatever, apartment 13, whatever, all the way in Daha Road, Longhu District, Shenzhen. Okay, so it's coming all the way from over there, and let's see what's in the box. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so you probably seen my other videos. If you look at my channel, I got some definitely other sticks that I look at, other devices, Android. So let's look at this bad boy right here. See what we got. Of course, this one I can't return like the Amazon ones. So first the one we want to look at is the actual dongle stick. And let's see how this looks here. So pull this guy out. Ooh, it's got some nice build. So nice quality there. We got some kind of jack there for headphones. I don't even know. It's got another, I guess you could put a micro SD card, and that's interesting. I haven't seen that before. Look at that. This is nice. This has got an actual little USB plug, so you can put a little USB stick in there. Wow, this has got more packed. And then, of course, Type C for power. Right away. I'm already looking at this. This is a lot nicer than some of the more features than the other devices that I've seen before. Because none of the other devices, as a stick-wise, had a USB port to plug in, and anything from there. And then, of course, the micro SD card slot. And then a little, this is packed. So that's interesting. Of course, we got the HDMI connection there to plug it into the TV. And then what else we got over here? So then, of course, we got the cable to plug it in, Type C. Then over here, what else we got? Okay, so this is where the little headphone jack thing looks like. So I don't know, this is, maybe for infrared. Check that out. This is interesting. So this is actually for infrared. So you could pick up infrared devices, I guess. I don't know. That is very, very interesting. Okay, that's cool. And then, of course, over here, it's got the little adapter. So you could extend it out from the back of your TV. And then, of course, we've got to have the remote. And here's the remote. What else in the box? So let's look at the remote first. So definitely the remote. I'm not expecting much of the remote. Some of the reviews I read is that maybe there's a little bit of a delay, but we'll see how much of a delay there is over that. Okay, so check this out. So we got basically your power button that you can configure with your TV. It's got a joystick, little mouse, move it on like a mouse, of Google Voice, menu button, gear, I don't know, Android settings. Then, volume up and down, channel up and down, home. It's got your YouTube, Netflix, Prime Video, and Google Play. So that's pretty decent. Not too bad. And, of course, it tells you a couple of things how to pair it up there. And then, of course, it should use 2 AAA batteries, which, it does come with. So that's no big deal. It's we'll see, And then, of course, over here, we got the basic operating instructions here. How to kind of set it up, whatever. Read storage, whatever you want to do there. So it's got some extra information there for. So the micro card, how to set that up if you want. The back, a few other things here, settings, basic stuff. If you know how to use Android, you should be good with that. I don't need that. And then, so let's actually plug it in and see what this bad boy does. Okay, so we're going to basically plug it in now to my TV here. And a second here. All right, so let's try this again. Let's plug this bad boy in, and let's see what happens here. So, let's see if anything actually lights up here. You know, see no lights or nothing there. Not seeing nothing happen so far. Interesting. Maybe I gotta put the power or something. I don't know. This thing lights up a little bit, but definitely nothing going on here. It's connected here. It's connected. Maybe over here got disconnected. No, it's plugged in. So no power so far. Okay, so I plugged it in again. I had to use the actual cord, and my adapter that I had, high powered, didn't work. So yeah, you need to use the original cord. I don't know if it mattered or not, but check that out. DQ10 looks kind of cool, right? Very nice. And let's see how this thing boots up. All right. Oh, whoa, you look at that. Wow, it's singing to us. DQ10. Or was that IO, or what do you call it? Okay. What do we got? What do we got? Press and hold the OK and the volume down buttons while keeping them unchanged. All right. So they want us to pair it. So the OK and the volume down. Okay. So let's see what happens here. All right, so it's blinking now. See if it does anything. So it's supposed to go into pairing mode now. Of course, it's not really doing much yet. Okay, we'll pair, buddy. I mean, how long does it take to pair? Well, there, oh, it's doing something. So, after about 30 seconds, it's finally doing something there. Paired. Okay. So it says paired. All right, buddy. And then unable to access internet. So it's right away. Boom. You don't see none of the other Google spam, you know, advertisement. This is just straight to it. Simple interface, which is what I like. Okay. So then basically, I mean, you got to hook it up to the internet. And so let's see. Okay, not too bad. Okay, maybe a slight, well, not too bad of a delay. Okay, so we'll hook it up to my internet, see what else is going on. So I like this because it's right away ready to go. None of that other fussing like some of the other devices that you have to do. So I'm going to hook this up to my home Wi-Fi. Let's look for that. So let me get this hooked up here in a second. All right, so it's connected to my home internet. Let's see what this bad boy does. All right, well, cool, connected, no problem. So some of the other, I did some other Android boxes I got from Amazon that didn't actually work too well. It wouldn't even connect. So this one connected right away. So that's a plus. So let's go into the settings. Let's see if there's any device. If there's any, go back here. So is there any updates or anything I could do through this thing here? So apps, device settings maybe. Startup, okay. Device preferences, accounts. Interesting. Nothing else that says about updates. So that's kind of interesting. Let's go into apps that we got in here. So I mean, we got the Play Store. So this is kind of interesting because we got AirPlay. What else we got? TV Market. What else this one says for apps? So we got the TV Remote app here. Micro. So this is pretty basic. Sometimes these have, I've seen other ones like this have like an update app. Here it is, local update. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. So let's see what this does. Over the air update. Let's see if there's anything available. Please select package. All right. So local, I don't want local install. Maybe not. Dynamic system update. Scan, I don't know. It's coming from China. Local, maybe not. So over the air, OTA. So it's supposed to be over the air. So I don't know why it wants something here. Maybe it's got to download it automatically. Unusual. So that's kind of all there is. Doesn't really, you know, I have to download it, I guess. Dynamic system update. Scan. Well, don't see nothing else. I'll have to go search probably a website, see if there's some file I have to download or where to go for that, because definitely this is not picking it up. And this, so basically you got your basic YouTube, Netflix. You got your you could add your favorites. Let's see what this setting does. This one different or same as before? Yeah, it's the same one. So this is apps in here and device preferences. Maybe in here about system update. Let's see if this one has one. Okay, there we go. Let's check in. This is what I'm talking about. So, well, I guess it's up to date. Last check today. So I don't know. It says it's up to date. All right. So let's go back. Let's get developer name, reset recovery mode, model version. So this is an old one. I mean, look at this patch level, 2022. So I'm gonna definitely have to look to see if there's any newer updates for this. Android build, I think it's Android 12, 13. It says 13. So here's the Android 13 little play symbol there, whatever. What else we got? Network status, serial, system update. What about storage? What do we got in storage? Okay, storage. So we got, of course, 32 gigs internal, which is pretty nice. I like that if it's true. And 4 gigs of RAM, so not too bad, you know. That's pretty nice. I mean, more than the Fire Sticks have, like way more. Okay, so you got your display settings. What do we have here? Audio mode, texting scale, advanced sound control settings. Okay, where's texting scale? So kind of like just zoom in if you want. Advanced display settings, HDMI out. So you could, so maximum, I mean, here it says 1080p because that's all my monitor supports. I don't know about 8K, but that'll be a whole different thing there. And, you know, just different things you can play with if you want to do HDR or whatever. Allow game mode, I don't like that crap. And then now past audio output mode. You know, it's got different connectors there. Okay. Advanced sound settings. Okay. So pretty much, I mean, it's got your basic stuff. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about, I'm going to be honest, is using my sign-in for the Play Store because of course, you know, you have to put your Google sign-in information here, which if you type it in manually, of course, you know, this Chinese server, whatever it's connecting to, might grab your information once you sign in here. So this is kind of, I'll be honest, maybe a little bit risky because, I mean, if this is your local regular Google account, could be risky. So maybe use a different one, which I'm probably going to do just to see. And actually, let me just do that just in case, just to make sure that you could do that if you want. Of course, it's got your Netflix account here too, which is, who knows if this one's a hacked, you know, a modified Netflix app. I mean, I don't know. So whatever. We got that, you know, the rest of your apps. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, just pretty basic. It doesn't feel too bad, to be honest, at all. You know, I'll want to, you know, get the downloader. And look at this one over here. Let's look at TV Market, okay? So TV Market, let's see what we got in here. We got to sign into it or anything. Okay, so it's got some apps. Look at that. So it's got, you know, someone, you know, to download here. It's got some Disney apps. What is that? EP, I don't even know what that is. Unity. So it's got some interesting apps here I'm not familiar with. So yeah, I'll have to play around with these. It doesn't have too many apps to play with. Okay, so that's interesting to have. Of course, screw your Prime Video. And we'll see. You know, we'll see how. So of course, you got your typical file manager here to access your files, local memory, network, neighborhood. Okay. So I'll download, you know, my main thing is I'm going to do the downloader because I'm going to do some, my main thing I'll use this for is for some of my IPTV apps. So I'll go in there and play with that. But that's pretty much it. I mean, as you can see, it's very basic. You know, you got to pretty much install everything you want. The notifications, what does it have here? Sign to Google, of course. And that's pretty much it. I mean, there's nothing too fancy about this. Really straightforward device. To be honest, the remote doesn't feel too bad. You know. It's just, it's better than I thought. I've had some other ones that sucked from Amazon. This one's pretty good. If you click the YouTube button, let's see. Bam, it launches pretty fast. Look at that. I mean, yeah. pretty good there. Launched YouTube, Netflix. Let's see. I mean, look at that. It's got some really decent speed. Prime Video. I mean, look at that. This is actually faster than for sure the Fire Sticks I've had in the past. You know, so that one's, I mean, it's the first time loading, and that one's taking some time. And then of course your Google Play for the Play Store. So yeah, you know, I mean, maybe I could configure this later with my TV, but you know, oh look at, so it actually got some stuff already now that I already kind of clicked into it a little bit. That's kind of interesting. So yeah, that's, I mean, I haven't even signed in yet. Let's see what happens here. Of course, I don't want to do too much because, yeah, well, it wants me to do all that good stuff. Okay, so I could do that later. But there it is. I mean, if you like this video, you know, make sure you give it a thumbs up. You know, this is again the DQ10 stick from, you know, take DQ10 from AliExpress. I'll put the link, you know, in the description. Of course, I didn't hook up yet the infrared sensor there, but you know, it's pretty decent bang for your buck. I mean, it was like 24 bucks, 4 gigabytes. I mean, this is a pretty good deal right here. 4 gigs, 32 gigabytes internal storage. You can't beat that for the price. So yeah, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Until next time, peace out. Device freezes, can't do anything. I mean, it's pointless. Completely freezes, and then you have to basically unplug this dumb thing just to reboot it. It's totally useless.